Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Conflict Zone. Please subscribe and like my videos. Today we're diving into a major shift in modern warfare. Drone warfare enters a new era. The sky is no longer safe. In this video, we'll explore the exterior, interior, performance, safety features, unique selling points, price, and then wrap up with a conclusion, so let's get started. First, let's talk about the exterior of this next generation unmanned aerial system. From the moment you see it on the tarmac, you notice a sleek, stealth-inspired silhouette. The airframe uses low observable angles, composite materials, and reflective reducing coatings, meaning it's built not just to fly, but to dominate the skies. The wingspan is generous, allowing for loiter time. This drone can hover above a battlefield for extended periods, gathering intelligence and striking when required. The fuselage is compact yet purposeful, integrating sensors, weapons, pylons, and data link antennas in a way that minimizes drag and radar signature. On the nose, you'll find multi-sensor turrets hidden behind flush panels. The landing gear retracts cleanly, and the external finish is matte dark gray with undertones of black for night operations. In short, the exterior gives the impression of something not simply flying overhead, but watching you, assessing you, ready to act. The modular payload bays on its underside are easily swapped for reconnaissance pods, precision, guided munitions, or swarm drone launchers. The overall look is aggressive yet refined. It's the kind of machine meant to change how airspace is contested and how the safe zone overhead no longer exists. Now shifting to the interior, and here is where things get especially interesting for operators, planners, and war fighters alike. Inside the ground control station, the operator's console is laid out with ergonomic precision. Dual screen displays showing live video feed, sensor overlays, threat maps, and flight path telemetry. The control stick and throttle are intuitive, yet built for enduring missions, long loiter times, repetitive tasks, high-stress environments. There's also haptic feedback to alert the operator when the drone detects a potential electronic warfare threat, or when an automated flight path deviation occurs. The software interface offers mission planning on the fly with drag and drop waypoints, no flies, own overlays, and automated contingency routines. On the drone itself, the avionics bay is ruggedized, vibration isolated, and houses a next-generation inertial navigation system, multi-band satellite communications, encrypted data links, and onboard artificial intelligence modules capable of preliminary target recognition and threat avoidance behavior. The sensor fusion architecture integrates electro-optical/infrared cameras, synthetic aperture radar, laser designator, signal intelligence antennas, and unshielded open-source intelligence data feeds. All these combine to give a detailed operational picture inside the drone's mind and feed it back to the operator. For maintenance crews, the interior payload bays are accessed via tool-less panels, allowing rapid reconfiguration between surveillance, strike, or loiter missions. The cooling systems use liquid cooling loops and heat pipes, which keep the avionics and sensors within optimal temperature, even in hot desert theaters. The fuel/hybrid battery bay is separated from the payload compartment to reduce vibration transference and defend against heat signature detection. Crew stations are designed with redundancy, so if one data link fails, the secondary kicks in seamlessly. Operators benefit from advanced data analytics dashboards showing expected mission endurance, fuel/battery reserves, sortie, log data, maintenance, interval projections, and system health alerts. The immersive interior gives you the feeling of being both pilot and sensor operator, commanding a ghost in the sky while keeping full situational awareness on the ground. The drone's cockpit may not be on board the airframe, but the ground station feels like the nerve center of a new aerial era. The entire interior design reflects a shift from manned fighters dominating the sky to remote networked autonomous aerial platforms, redefining what air superiority means. Moving on to performance. In this new era of drone warfare, endurance is king. Long mission times allow sustained presence over contested zones. The drone cruises at high altitude to avoid most ground-based threats, yet retains the agility to descend swiftly for strike or surveillance tasks. Thanks to efficient propulsion and lightweight materials, you're looking at dozens of hours on station without refueling. The top speed is respectable, capable of rapid repositioning when targets emerge, yet it's the loiter capability that defines it. The range is extended via satellite data links beyond line of sight. Operations become routine. Sensor packages allow high-altitude surveillance with sub-meter resolution imaging, even in poor weather, and the strike payloads include precision guided munitions capable of engaging moving targets. On the maneuverability front, while it won't fight a manned jet, it can evade air defenses by adjusting altitude, using low signature modes, and deploying decoys or electronic counter measures. The integration of autonomous subsystems means reduced operator workload. Things like auto takeoff/landing, auto return to base in case of link loss, automated threat avoidance routines. In contested electromagnetic environments, it uses frequency hopping communications and backup inertial navigation, ensuring continuity even when GPS is jammed. The overall performance picture is a persistent, remotely piloted system capable of acting as reconnaissance, strike, and loiter platform, making the skies far less safe for any adversary. Now to the safety features. In modern conflict zones, the environment is hostile not just from bullets, but from electronic warfare, weather, terrain, and human error. This platform incorporates multiple layers of safety. First, redundant flight control systems, dual or triple redundant flight computers, backup power supplies, and automatic fail-safe routines return, home, hover in place, or safe landing. Second, secure communications. Encrypted data links, anti-jamming measures, frequent agile systems, and fallback radios, ensuring the operator maintains control even under adversary attack. Third, onboard self-protection, terrain-following radar, collision avoidance sensors, automatic deconfliction with other air traffic, and low signature modes to reduce detection. Fourth, payload safety. Weapon pylons automatically verify targeting parameters. Geofencing prevents strike in no-strike zones, and the operator system logs chain of command and authorization for each munition release. Furthermore, maintenance safety. Ground station diagnostics monitor structural fatigue, engine health, sensor degradation, and alert crews before major failures occur. Finally, the human element safety. Cross-training of operators, simulator practice for scenarios, built-in operator fatigue monitors, and mission planning tools that consider operator rest cycles. Essentially, the designers have treated this not as a toy drone, but as a frontline weapon system where safety, survivability, and reliability matter just as much as lethality. Let's discuss the unique selling points. What sets this drone apart? 1. True multi-role capability: surveillance, strike, loiter, electronics. Port all in one envelope. 2. Extended endurance and range: persistent presence over enemy territory, saturating reconnaissance or strike capacity. 3. Advanced autonomy and sensor fusion: the system doesn't just fly, it thinks, senses, and reacts. 4. Modularity: payloads are user-swappable, allowing configuration for different missions without a full redesign. 5. Reduced signature radar/IR plus advanced counter measures, making safe airspace a myth for adversaries. 6. Networked operations: this drone can be part of a swarm or networked with manned/unmanned cooperatives, giving force multiplying effects. 7. Cost effectiveness: traditional crewed aircraft cost millions per hour. This system reduces risk to human pilots and can do long missions at a fraction of the cost. 8. Global connectivity via satellite: it operates beyond the horizon, providing strike/surveillance capability thousands of kilometers from home base. Put together, you have a system that doesn't just enter the drone. Near it redefines it. Now, about the price. While exact numbers are often classified or vary by customer, you can expect that such high End systems come at tens of millions USD per unit airframe plus sensors, weapons, ground station. When you consider the life cycle cost training, operations, sustainment, upgrade potential, the value proposition becomes clearer. For militaries looking to shift from traditional manned platforms to unmanned persistent systems, the cost per flight hour drops, the risk to personnel drops, and mission repetition becomes viable rather than extraordinary. In essence, you get a lot more presence with a lot less risk for costs that are lower than equivalent crewed platforms when full life cycle is considered. Finally, the conclusion. We have reached a point where aerial dominance is no longer simply about fighter jets, airfields, or high-altitude bombers. The sky is no longer safe, not for those who think they're hidden, not for those who believe airspace above their territory is a safe sanctuary. With this next-generation drone system, we see the transformation: persistent, networked, autonomous, modular, and lethal. Whether used for reconnaissance, strike, loiter, electronic support, or mission networks, the paradigm shifts. The key lesson: if your adversary stays under a manned aircraft paradigm, you can surprise them with unmanned persistency. If you assume your aircraft must land every few hours, your adversary can stay aloft for days. If you rely on visible runways, your opponent can launch from hidden forward sights. In short, the future of air warfare is unmanned and unrelenting. If you're watching this channel, you now understand how the drone era enters a new chapter and how the skies above conflict zones will no longer be safe for anyone thinking they have sanctuary. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give it a like. Subscribe for more deep dives here on Conflict Zone, and I'll see you in the next video.